for the next one, which is why now?
And this is the hard one. This is the one I've always struggled with because I feel like I'm ready to provide the service. I'm ready. Now's a great time. But customers have different opinions,
Yeah,
right? And it's like the lower the price of the item, or at least the more of a transaction that the
the
item
more
seems to be,
transactional it is. Yeah, I think that's a better way to put it.
um, the more you can succeed with just basic selling.
Yeah,
Where the higher the product is, or the more of a experience it is. Like even like don't think of like siding. You think of siding as a transactional thing, but they're going to be doing siding for several days on your house,
yeah,
and it's a lot of money.
yep,
And so with that, that's a larger thought process. That's a longer buying process. You know, re-roofing somebody's house
yep,
is a longer buying process. You know, you should get 2 or 3 quotes. Well, that could take 4 weeks. And if you were the first one,
yep.
you got to wait 4 weeks till they work through that process. And that's something that a lot of times business owners don't really fully, I think, understand or appreciate.
Yeah.
As well as, of course, there are things that you can do to shorten those processes. Because again, we keep talking about market research always to people, and every time it seems like every topic we go back to market research. But if you go back to market research and you know what these people really want, and you really understand it deeply
Yeah.
and sincerely, and you understand their personal motivations for doing things, it becomes a lot easier to reduce that time
Yeah.
rather than going through a whole bunch of, well, this is what they told me they wanted. Well, they might have told you that, but you have to understand that they really have what's the real underlying desire for that? What's the real underlying?
Well, and I want to say though too, I think some of this too, as far as like the why now, would also go into like some of the seasonal stuff,
That's a good point. Yeah, seasonal is something everybody
right?
always thinks of.
Like
Yes,
when you're hot and it's the middle of summer, selling ice cream super easy, right? Like you're gonna sell a ton of ice cream. You
yes,
don't have to do a lot of work. You just have to let people know you exist.
right,
But come winter time, how do you create a sense of urgency to buy now when it's not the prime time? It's not the prime season, right? Or,
hmm,
people who do landscaping, right? How do you convince people that during the middle of winter, when it's raining all the time and they don't enjoy their plants and they don't enjoy their lawn, that they should still maintain it?
correct,
I think that's when it, like, really, that question becomes really valuable to a lot of business owners.
correct. That's something that a lot of seasonal businesses, they make a lot of money in the summer or winter,
Yep.
whichever case it is. But then those in between times it becomes tough.
Yeah.
And so normally I know a lot of businesses just simply have a completely different business. So they have two businesses that run in each season,
Oh, absolutely.
and that's one way around it. But some of it is also how do you build a demand that carries?
Yeah.